So I checked out the new Star Trek movie, Star Trek Section 31, that follows Emperor Philippa as she joins a secret division of Starfleet tasked with protecting the United Federations of Planets and must come face to face with the sins of her past. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Star Trek. To me, Star Trek and Star Wars are pretty much on the same playing field. There are some projects that I will be interested in checking out if they interest me, and that was kind of the case with Star Trek Section 31 because you have Michelle Yeoh in the lead role, and this movie was originally conceived as a TV show, but when she won her Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once, they retooled it into a movie the same way that Moana 2 was conceived as a TV show, but then got the big screen treatment. So optimistically, I went into this movie because I've been hearing some not so great stuff about this movie, and I kind of wanted to give it a shot, seeing how I'm just a casual viewer, so I'm not really into the whole lore of it all, and hopefully this movie would be able to capture my attention and my imagination, and this movie was just not it for me. Michelle Yeoh clocks into work and gives it her all with the material that she is given, but this movie should have just stayed as a TV show because you can easily tell where the episodes would have ended if this is what we were supposed to be getting in the TV show and they just spliced it up as a movie. It all just felt so disjointed to the point where you are just waiting for the credits to roll and then we go into a different scene, and it happens so often than you actually think because you can definitely tell that this movie was supposed to be a TV show. They just didn't know where to begin and where to end each section in order for it to be a very compelling narrative, but there's nothing really compelling about this movie because not only does it not capture your imagination, but everything in this movie is just plain awful. The movie is written by a first-time writer, and you can definitely tell because the dialogue in this movie is just pure garbage. There are characters in here that you don't really care about or really give a shit about. They don't have any chemistry with one another, and I can honestly not tell you a single interesting thing about them because they're just not that memorable. They don't have any chemistry with one another, and you got some okay talent in here and they're trying to give it their all, but with the material that they are given, it just felt like it was coming across more as a parody of Star Trek instead of feeling like a coherent movie. Nothing in here captured my imagination with a movie like this, especially with the two J.J. Abrams movies and Star Trek Beyond. I know the hardcore Star Trek fans are not really the biggest fan of those movies, but coming from this perspective of somebody that is just a casual viewer, those movies were able to whisk me away to a land of imagination to see a little bit more of this galaxy and have it a little bit more explored, and it just felt like they got somebody that were told they have a very creative eye and just wanted to half-ass a film just to have it out. And I want to know what the original plan for this movie was supposed to be if it was conceived as a TV show, because nothing in here feels all that compelling or even all that interesting. The first 30 minutes of this movie feels like that casino scene from Star Wars The Last Jedi, except spanned it out for 30 more minutes, and it felt like they didn't know exactly what to do with this material that they were given. They tried to infuse some humor in here, but at the same time, it just came across as awkward instead of earned, and it just felt like they were trying to make this feel a little bit more modern than actually feel like it was a sci-fi movie. And it just felt like they got somebody that didn't really know exactly what to do with this material, not knowing how to expand this world to create a world of imagination. And even when it came down to the CGI aspects, it just all felt so half-assed that they just wanted to rush this out as quickly as possible instead of taking their time and being able to do a little bit more creative things with this property and give it the respect that it deserves. This 90-minute movie felt like a 3-hour adventure, and it deserved more. It deserved a little bit more imagination, and it deserved better writers and better directors to helm this movie, because that is something that was really lacking in this movie, and I just could not care less about anything that was going on. They tried to create some suspenseful moments here and there, some witty banter towards the end of the movie, and it just felt so awkward and out of place that ultimately I just wanted to throw this movie in the garbage can and just light it on fire so it would never see the light of day. But those are my thoughts on Star Trek Section 31. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. Did you hate it as everybody else, or did you just enjoy it for what it is? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys for the next video.